What's up, guys? I don't know where everyone went. Okay, they were here. Oh, Zunaid's here. Okay, so at least Zunaid is here. Zunaid didn't abandon me, but Mitch is gone. Ryan is gone. Zunaid, it's me and you this morning. All right,
let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's make some money. Let's do it.
Those guys, we don't need them. I don't know where they went.
They abandoned you, Scott. It's Abandonment Friday. It's not Sub Friday.
They did abandon us. That's okay. Oh, now Ryan. Now he joins the crew. Okay, now Ryan wants to join the show. I come on over. You know, I wrap up pre-market prep. I come on over, and like no one's here, and I was like, what's going on this morning?
They wanted you to host and trade all on your own, is what it was.
Maybe that is what they wanted. Do we have a where's that intro video that we had made? Shoot, I can't even find it.
We have an intro.
Yeah, but I can't find it. We got so much stupid stuff in this folder. I'm not gonna go find it. I'm not gonna dig around for that. Anyway, okay. Zunaid, good morning. Ryan, can I bring you on? Thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Ryan's here.
What time is it, Spencer?
It's 9:10.
And what time were we supposed to start?
Yeah.
9:15, right? 9:15, right?
If you saw
it 9:15. It was 9:15.
If you saw the Slack message, you would have seen me say I want to start early today.
Oh man, okay. I love it.
Where is everyone? We're showing up on time. Holy shit!
It's gonna be a fun Friday, baby. It's gonna be a fun
Friday, folks.
Let's go. Friday. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Enough. All right. Zunaid, it's been a couple of days since we spoke. So why don't you recap for us how your week has gone?
So the week has gone great. It could have been better. Where I chased Square yesterday and I lost money on that because I revenge traded, made a mistake. But the day before, I made a lot of money on Square. So I was emotionally attached to the movement of Square and I wanted the same type of thing. So Wednesday, made great money, gave about 50% of it back yesterday. But, if that 280 level gets reclaimed, that's what I'll be looking for.
How is that even possible?
You see that little down right there?
This?
I may have tried to play a catching knife and I was bleeding.
He may have.
I caught it.
He may have.
Right. So here's what I did, right? Like I tried to catch the knife and I risked 50 cents to make $2. My risk reward was great, but I just kept getting cut. So but anyway, I'm looking to play Square today. I'm looking to play Moderna and DraftKings since they reported this morning as well. Those are the three things that I'm focusing on today. Okay. And I'm on vacation, so you're going to see my hair a little messed up, but I missed you guys. So I had to come hang. Hang.
Where are you right now?
I am in Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
How are things in Dallas?
Yeah. Muggy and humid all day. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, to Dallas, from Dallas to Chicago, Mr. Faloona, what's going on in your world?
Well, actually, it's just kind of a summer Friday. I was encouraged by the number that we got today, the jobless claim number. I too am watching DraftKings, just like Zunaid. I actually think DraftKings might have a day today. I said yesterday in the morning, I said to myself, I think some of the gaming stocks might be in play. Sure enough, they were. DraftKings, of course, reports good earnings. Shout out to TDAC too, TDAC. This is a lottery.com SPAC. This might get some action today. It sometimes trades when DraftKings is trading a lot of volume. So we'll see if this gets a pop. Not directly related, not a sympathy play, but just something to keep an eye on as an additional potential play. And then, of course, I'm going with a couple of the big gapper stocks from the movers tool. This is the same criteria that we do every day. One more thing that I want to shout out to all of the pro members out there. Today, if you have some time or if you're interested, I highly advise that you check out our beta site. All right. Our beta site is probeta.benzinga.com. Anyone with an account can use this. Just log in with your regular login credentials. And the reason that I'm bringing this up to you today is because I want to know how well some of our newer features that are still being worked on work. That sounds weird. I want to know how well they work, but also because we're deploying relative volume amongst some other fields in our scanner, which should be really, really exciting. So give it a shot, see if it works for you. Right now, obviously the market's not open. It's not populating any rows here, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm really excited about our vol. Give it a shot. See how it goes.
Is that short interest and short float that I saw on there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, probe.
Yes, sir. Short interest, short
Say
float.
less.
I'm telling you, man, our dev team is hard at work. You don't get to see them because they're not on YouTube all the time, but I'm telling you, they are nose to the grindstone. They are trying to get these fields out. We've been asked for these for a long time. We're almost there, folks. This is on beta. You can go try it right now.
Well, we don't see them because they don't leave their cove, their little like dungeon, right?
And the reason that they don't leave their cove/dungeon, that's Spencer's word, by the way. Spencer Israel.
There you go. Make it very clear.
They're not leaving those areas because they're busy building an awesome product for our clientele.
Smart. Okay, so what I am watching is if you're watching pre-market prep, you saw this happen in real time. There's really only one thing that matters to me today, right? And it's this: does this reversal that we saw as a result of the jobs number, does it continue or does it not? So banks are all trading higher. Reopening stocks are all trading higher. Tech stocks are all trading lower. Want to see, does that continue or does it reverse at any point in the first half hour to hour of this session? So watching tech to keep on dropping. If it reverses, then, like, for example, if Apple starts to reverse, right, then my first thought is, okay, here come the banks back down, here come the reopening stocks back down. You can see it a little bit in the last couple of minutes, but either tech will catch a bid or it'll keep going. And I'm going to watch to see how this relationship plays out throughout the day. So,
Spencer, one thing though, one little caveat there: Apple is ex-div today. All right, Apple's ex-dividend is today, and that's part of the reason why it's down. So if that starts to reverse and turn around,
hold on though, maybe, but look at that red candle. What was that? That was the jobs number. That the biggest candle of the morning, right?
You're right. And I'm just saying,
okay,
it's active today. It's one more thing to consider.
Fine. So forget Apple. When we move on to Facebook here, maybe the XDiv will mess with it a little bit. So we can just move on to Facebook or Amazon or any of the other big tech ones that are not XDiv today. So thanks for that. I did not know that, Ryan. So thank you. So
yep, no problem.
So same thing, right? Any of the big tech components, Microsoft too, Google, whatever. Whatever.
Hood is another good one.
What?
You got chat? I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat. They say Hood ripping again.
So I'm watching to see will they reverse or no. And if tech goes up, then the banks and the reopening stocks are probably going to come back in. Probably. That's what I'm watching today. Wait, what is Hood doing?
The chat's saying it's ripping.
Again?
Oh, man.
We have to.
So here's what I was hoping for. Here's where I need to do better, chat. I need to. So, for example, I looked at Hood this morning before I came on, looking at the stocks I wanted to talk about. And I was like, cool, I'm going to play Hood at $50.50 with a stop loss at $59.50. Clearly, it looks like I could have gone that at pre-market. I need to do a better job of getting in at pre-market. The only thing that sucks is you can't set a stop loss unless I just don't know about a magical way to do it. You can't set a stop loss pre-market. So, and I can't continuously watch it because I have to brush my teeth, shower, other things, whatever. Now it's already up $7.
You can set a stop loss because it's a limit order, and there are no limit orders in pre-market. So,
there's limit orders in the sense of taking profit. There are no stop loss orders. I can place a limit.
I believe it's the other way around, Spencer. I believe there are only limit orders.
I'm sorry. You're right. There's no market.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know what I was saying.
There's definitely no market. You can place a limit order to take profits, but you cannot set a stop limit order no stop loss.
Zunaid, I tell you to do it like the pre-market pumpers, man. I would tell you to get in, throw a little bit of shares at it, and then wait for the open. You see it go green, and then they just jump on it some more.
I should have. But yeah, the only reason I mention it, Spencer, is because we always, every single time, harp on the psychological number, right? And $50 is that. So that's the only reason I was looking at Hood. And unfortunately, it looks like it's already gone up. So it is what it is. But can you go to that pre-market just like a Like, what was that level? Yeah, I just want to see what that level was. The first candle
this morning.
The doji, yeah.
I thought that's not a doji. What?
No. The doji's all the way. Never mind. That's the after hours, the 1500 hour. That's what I was looking at. I thought that was a pre-market, but looks like the 6th. That's it. That's it right there. I gotcha.
Okay.
Real quick, I just wanted to address something. Pete was saying DKNG heading south, dollar off the pre-market highs. That's true, Pete, but one thing to keep in mind, if we take a look at the daily chart, our 200-day moving average is 52.89. I'm pretty sure that DraftKings is going to find support there. This candle pretty much took us right to that. 53.06, off by maybe a quarter, and it bounced off there. So nothing. I know we're down from the pre-market highs. Let's not read into that too much.
All right, guys, time to give the fire here. All right, so one thing I'm going to be watching for is always those trend reversals, right? So with day trades, a lot of the times it's not necessarily that I'm looking for a long-term trend. I'm looking for trend reversals a lot of the time. So today, that's going to be solar. Solar is going to be an area that I'm going to watch. And just to mention, Spencer was talking about the Qs. I will point that out that I literally gave this out on the podcast this morning before the job numbers were out. I said that we could get a pullback towards 367 and then a reversal. So I'm going to be looking for the same thing at the first hour of the day. Why? Because we had this breakout of this flag pattern, let it come back to the resistance, to a new support here, create that support there. 367 is where I'm thinking it's going to hold there. That's when I'm going to be looking at the bell. So I'm thinking the first hour we get a red, and then we go into the green in the Qs. So that's what I'll be watching for. Solars are a name that I'm watching. iSun is a really nice one off the daily, $9. You can see that 9. If it gets a good lift there, it's going to be a good push. FSLR is up there on the highs on the daily. If you see the dailies, they had multiple times to get above this like 92 level. We'll see if it gets ripping today. So that's solar. Reopening plays to watch. C's made a really good daily move. Look at that daily chart. 6 is another one to keep on watch. Those daily candles are good, and I do expect to see continuation from those names. If you wanted to look at some other smaller names, you can look at OSW. This is a very not heavily traded stock, but what it does is it does the kind of the gems of the cruise lines. So if you believe in the cruise lines, this is one you can take a look at. DS started getting a move. We'll look at that one with Eli. We'll see if that one can kind of get a lift. Notable names to mention today, I'm going to say Funko, FNKO. Look at that chart, starting to look strong. Nice, huge wick yesterday. Let's see if we can attack that wick today, get through the 22s. TRVG is one that I'm going to watch also. This is a travel stock. Trivago has a really good support underneath it at 290s. We'll see if it can hold $3 and get back up towards that $3.11, break out through that resistance that it's tried to get through multiple times, start getting up there towards 330s. Last one I'll mention there is PRCH. This is Porch Group. This is a SPAC that has been trying to get through this resistance multiple times, had a strong day yesterday. We'll see if 1850s hold on any pullbacks and it gets a lift. For shorts, who's a shorter out there? I'll give LOGI. LOGI is one that I'm going to be watching to see it crack this support right here. If it cracks down through 107s, I'm really going to be watching this one. I think it could get towards 100 today.
So I got a question for you. Right? You mentioned a bunch of great tickers. How are you keeping track? And that's something that a lot of traders struggle with, sometimes myself as well, is you've got so many tickers and you just miss them. So are you setting alerts, or what do you do?
Simple as this, honestly. I try not to do alerts too much because they just confuse you way too much. So my thing is to watch to the industries. So all these stocks I'm picking towards from macro to micro looks. So this is I'm looking at the industries and then working towards the particular stock names. So when the open comes, all I'm paying attention to is how these sectors and industries are reacting from the open. That's going to go ahead and get me closer towards the stocks that are on my watch list. And then I'll be looking at those names. So I'm always doing sector and industry analysis, trying to find the rotation. and then be on top of the rotation so that I can get those momentum.
So you've got the
moves.
tickers on your notebook right next to you. So as the industries move in your favor or not, you're looking to see, hey, which tickers in those industries and sectors are in my favor. Okay, I got you.
Even better too, because when you pull up, let's say if we did get a good move, let's say consumer cyclical, gambling's up, DKNG, I'll actually look at the top tickers in that industry and see if one of those was on my watch list. That right there is a signal to me that I was on top of not only trend, but also had the right tickers in my watch list.
I gotcha. That's awesome. I appreciate the insight.
Of course, man. I'm one of the things I'm going to be doing more often is trying to nail some day trades for us, whether that be a quick kind of trade. I definitely want to be able to show you guys that you can nail these trades, but definitely always understand what I call the ultimate risk, which is, let's say, a 5 or 15-minute support where the stock could just turn around on you. I think this is one thing to keep in mind.
All right, I have not taken Hood off my screen since it made that new pre-market high. I am ready and willing to throw an order out there at the pre-market high, which will actually a little above that. So I've not done that yet. I'm waiting, but if we can get above 58, whatever, 58.12, what is that? 58.17. Okay, maybe we get a few cents above that. I would be ready and willing to throw my order out there, but no sooner. No sooner. So, waiting and seeing on that Hood. We are 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes away from the open here. There was a lot of tickers that I wrote down from pre-market prep that we can cover in the next hour and a half. So not to worry. We have time, everyone. We have time. We can get Zunaid and Ryan and Mitch's thoughts on all of these names.
What was I going to say? We're on for an hour, 30 or 90 minutes today. I got to know because I'm doing Lotto Friday, so I got to know when I can get crazy.
Well, I've got the CEO of Perrion, PERI, on at 10:30, but you're more than welcome to hang out with me until through that until 11. But I'll be on until 11. You guys can, I know Ryan's got
an hour. Okay,
Ryan's got a dip at 10:30, but you're free to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, I'll just put it this way, chat. We'll do the same thing as last time, Mitch. Last time we did 300 legs. Market's gonna open here in about 5 minutes. Give the chat a goal, and I would say about 30 minutes in, if I find a better trade before then. We'll do another lotto, and same thing. I'll post it on my Twitter, so it's verified. I did lose, by the way, on that Tesla $200 lotto trade. It went up 40%, but like I told the chat, I was looking for 5x at least. I did lose on that. But give us a goal, Mitch.
I got you right here, guys. So first things first, if you guys have already noticed in the chat, it's only subscribers only. This is Sub Friday. This is giving back to you guys out there that are subscribers to the Zinger Nation. Why are we doing this? Because we want you guys to stand out in the chat today. Let us know what you want to look at. We want to give back. So if you got a ticker you want to mention, something you want to take a look at, a story even, let us know. And with that being said, like Zunaid said, we're going to go ahead and set a 400 like goal here today.
All right.
So let's go ahead and nail this down. We're going to check in near that 10 o'clock hour. I'm sure Zunaid's going to be watching all day long, but let's definitely smash the like. Let's get it started right now. Let's get it up there to 200. We're just past 100. I want to see at least 200 before the bell. We got about 3 minutes to that. If not, I don't know, man. I might have to hit that end the broadcast button if we don't get to 200. So,
oh boy,
I have the power. I don't want to use it though.
Get him out of here, Spencer. Kick him out of here.
Don't they say with great power comes great responsibility?
I can kick him out, but I can't stop him from coming back.
It's all right. Look, just get a new link. Just get a new link and Slack just the three of us.
Yeah.
I'm taking over, bro. I own this.
Oh man, I love it. But yeah, hey, I'll just go for 30 seconds. If you weren't here last Friday, the goal was about 300 likes, and as soon as we got there, we went ahead and placed a $200 lotto trade on Tesla again. Jason did not reimburse me for this. This was, my own money. Might need to reach out to him if I go ahead and lose on this one. But yeah, let's have some fun. I'm excited. It should be a great one.
We're getting up there. 178, 173.
Let's go, baby. Get us 400.
200 before the bell. We got 2 minutes left. Let's go. Come on.
Let's get up there. And Spencer, I was wrong. That Square trade, I was profitable on Tuesday, lost on Wednesday, made money yesterday. I was wrong.
That
I
makes
was wrong.
Like-
yeah, I'm a horrible downtrend trader, and 2 days ago that's what it was. I was on a downtrend a little bit, and I always just try to be the hero. I just try to, catch a falling knife, and I'm awful at that.
All right, so the chat's starting to talk about Genie, and I mean, if there's anyone I think to talk about Genie, it would have to be myself because I've been holding that bag for a little while, so I know both sides of the trade, guys. Both sides of the trade. So to me, with Genie, one of the things that we need to hold today is 17 on pullbacks, guys. As long as 17 holds on pullback, I'll be looking at a bullish day. Why? Because if we look at the daily chart, you're going to see that we've been kind of coming up above 17s multiple times, and we haven't been able to hold it on the pullbacks. So now that we had this kind of turnaround at 16, big green candle, nice and bullish engulfing pattern right here in the last 2 days. We want this to pull back a little bit. It could even come back towards this, maybe this 1689, but really holding above 17 today and then getting back above that 1750. Then we could get that breakout. This is going to be moving based off sympathy off the DKNG partnership. This is a partnership that already existed, but showing more and more how they're working together and more features added to the platform.
We're going to open in 10 seconds. So
let's do this. Get this bell up. Let's go.
Oh, yeah,
all right. Spencer, how about do you have a scanner? I would love to put a scanner up.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Waiting for data in 3, 2, 1.
Boom, baby.
Here we go, folks. Let's do it.
There's that bell. And guess what? 2:09, so I won't end the stream.
What a guy. What a guy. What a guy. What a guy.
Let's get it up there, guys. Let's go ahead and let's start looking for some trades. If you guys see any big runners right out the gates, let us know in the chat, and we'll go ahead and put it up.
Big movers off the open. Well, never mind. Oh, TAL? No, not again with the TAL stuff.
All right, so I'm seeing energy gap up today. Let's pay attention to maybe some energy names as we get this downturn in the market right now in the Qs.
SWCH making a move here. SWCH, Hood is doing Hood things. Still do not have an order out there in Hood. What did I say? SWCH?
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on options flow as well, seeing if anything comes in. So far, nothing.
Bank's trading up a little bit.
Well, they've been trading up all morning.
Well, the 10 years 128 off of its 112 lows.
Oh, yeah. TLT got down to 148.05 this morning. Whoo! Wow. Yeah, Bank's still going. Okay, so so far it's a continuation, right? Bank's still going, tech still weak, reopening still on for the moment. That's liable to change at any time. But if one changes, then they all could change. MP, ticker MP. Yeah, I see you, Quebec. Ho!
But hey,
something to point out: S&P 500 has hit record high.
MP. Good morning.
It's a lithium play, guys. So you can
Morning
look at
to you
maybe
too.
some other lithiums.
Okay, LIT or LTHM. Quiet.
Yeah, see if they'll start getting a move based off of sympathy.
MP Materials. Good morning to you. That's an interesting. I'm seeing all right, BTBT the chat's talking about.
Yep, it is moving again. That thing is so strong, guys.
Oh, every day. Does seem like it.
Yeah, that one's a decent one. All right, let's take a look here from the open. What is leading us? Leading us right now is financial services. Right behind it, basic materials. And then in third place is industrials is what I'm looking at, guys. We'll see if we can get these to really start running today.
Looks like BYSI, right? Beyond Spring. This is from a couple of days ago earlier. This hit the relative volume scanner that I'm testing out today. Looks like it's trying to push here. If it takes out this pre-market high, we could have a trade here. Nothing yet, though. No position yet.
James says, Ryan, PaySafe is finally working.
Yeah, I noticed that it was up today. It's not, unfortunately, it's not working enough for my October 15 calls, but that's okay. I actually do like the company. I was just wrong on the timing, James. If you're hitting it, good stuff, my man.
It's one of the things about playing
Ecor
options
here, guys. I'm watching Ecor here, ticker ECOR. Got a price target upgrade. Popped this morning. Looks like it's holding in pretty well. I no trade yet. Again, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative here. I'm kind of wait for this to set up. But it had good earnings and then a price target raise this morning.
What did it come down to, guys? 1701 is the reason why I give that level, guys.
Pen's still going. What a morning for what a turnaround for Penn. This thing opened, got to $61 yesterday morning. We're at 74 24 hours later.
Looking for pullbacks in Genie.
Damn.
Around.
Ooh. Square, baby.
DKNG curling up too.
What a move there. Genie literally went to 1701, then immediately right back up there to 1750. Just the levels, guys. See if we get some pullback in this. I want to come back towards VWAP here. Whenever you get these are red to green moves. A lot of times you're going to get these, especially when it comes back down to a major support and you get an immediate reversal at that level. See the one that I wanted to look at today. Bally's coming back to 50 yet? Not yet.
Dear God, Square just took a pill.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, take a look at it after Mitch is looking at his stuff.
I'm just going through everything so you guys.
Ecor looking to snap 120 here. I think if it snaps, it'll pop.
What's your play there?
ECOR. There goes 20. Let's see if 21 falls.
So if you were to get in this trade, are you getting in at the break of 20?
The break of 20 looks to be the catalyst here. I actually I jumped in at 119. So I'm under now. I wanted him to clear out 20. They see, Zunaid, what happens in some of these plays is they actually go up to that bid and then they come back down. And so if I'm too quick on the trigger, what ends up happening is I end up buying it before the thing actually breaks. So that's what happened here today. I actually got filled at a cent lower. So the volume here is looking pretty good. Again, earnings beat, price target raise. So there's definitely a catalyst here. It's just the question is whether or not the volume is going to be enough. We did kind of go over that 120 level, but we didn't stay there. So I'm we'll see if it ends up working here. Any type of pop, I'm going to be out. If we really kind of trade back down towards 115, I'm going to stop out. Got to keep the stops tight, remember.
I hear you on that one. Yeah, I briefly went below VWAP. I'm just taking a look at it.
Yep, no problem. This is just going to be one of those little stocks. To be quite honest with you, I'd rather have a nice setup on DraftKings today. I'd rather trade some of those calls. I think you might get some better action here. I was just trying to hit this on a range break.
Okay, so here's something interesting. I'm going to go ahead and set a price alert. Thanks for pointing out DraftKings a second ago there. If it somehow, some way touches $50.50, I'll take a play at it. I'll take a stab at it. No problem. And dear God, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on stream.
Square?
Yeah. Square has taken a pill this morning, fellas. I don't want to get a call or email from HR, but I'm just saying.
It's fine. We don't really have HR here. No, we do.
Spencer's got all the gas today.
Yeah, they'll just be like, "Hey, Spencer, you had a guest on today, and we weren't happy with some of the language." But no, I mean, look at that, right? So I did end up playing this one, and I wish I had the courage to call it out, but I went ahead and got in. You see how it had two candles down on that third green candle, or I guess third overall, the first green candle. I went ahead and got, I think it was 280s, and my stop loss was going to be right below low of day. I got very lucky in terms of how quickly it bounced, but now it looks like on the 1 minute, possibly trying to have a flag break, and it'll have to break 285 with volume. I mean, you see, look at the massive volume from the third candle, right? I mean, it's just gradually those 3 minutes. So that's the type of movement you're going to want to see. But I did sell into the spike.
Someone asked, we had a few questions about level 2 and hotkeys. do we use
got you.
them? Do we use them is the question. Well, I'm not using. I'm on my work computer. I don't have any hotkeys set up. No, I have a couple hotkeys set up on my personal laptop that I'm not using now. I don't know if either of you guys have any hotkeys set up or use level 2.
Mitch, looks like you had something. Or go ahead.
I love level 2. I use it all the time. I also use time and sales. Out eCore here on this pop, by the way, 124. Looks like it might keep going. I do use time and sale. Excuse me, level 2 and time and sales. I don't use hotkeys, and let me tell you why I don't use hotkeys. I am paranoid about accidentally hitting a hotkey and doing something I don't mean to do. That may seem like a very silly reason not to use them, but to be quite honest with you, I've trained through it. I set my screen up so that if I click a button, it ends up buying it. I don't actually mess with hotkeys. I've been told that I'm wrong for that, by the way, though. I've been told that I should look into hotkeys.
I will say look into hotkeys and maybe use the hotkeys to where you're buying 1/10 of whatever your usual position is. That way, if you do screw up, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? But I'm the exact opposite of you, Ryan. I actually use hotkeys, but I am not a great level 2 reader. So I don't read it, but I will have E-Trade has it to where it's kind of colorful, right? So, or I guess any broker does. So if I see a lot of green, red, I know it's being hit on the bid, the ask, all that stuff. But I don't know how to read level 2 in terms of where the support is, because I feel like for me, it just moves too quick. So that's something I need to do a better job of improving on.
So
I'm with you, Zunaid.
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. I'm glad both of you brought that up, because even in the eCore trade today, now I ended up profiting here only a couple of cents on 3,000 shares, right?
You're already out.
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to stick around too long. I don't want to stick around too long. I was hoping for a pop. Like I'm trying to trade my plan, right? So the pop on 120, 121, I was hoping is going to send it 125, 126. Got a little sticky up around 125, and I said to myself, you know what? I'll just wait for this to set up again. One of the things I've been telling you guys is, or the viewers here, is that don't marry something if it looks like it's not going to work, sell it. You can always rebuy it, and that's kind of where I'm at here on eCore. Now, to your point about the level 2, though, that's why I actually entered it before that break, Zunaid, is because I was trying to read the level 2, and as you said, it moves very quickly. And what happened was I saw prints at the level that I knew was going to be key, and I figured, okay, I want to buy this to break it, but it came right back down on me, filled me at a cent under it, and then I'm kind of managing the trade. So I will say this: level 2 is important, but reading it, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I feel like I'm much better at reading candlesticks than I am level 2. I do try to do it. I take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't go the way I think, I'm quick to get out. I don't want to cause myself any more trouble. Protecting your capital is always my first priority.
In your partnership, are you using – I'm sorry, go ahead, Mitch.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to quickly say, are you using time and sales along with level 2 or just level 2?
Yeah, I'm using time and sales. Here, I'll show you guys. Real quick. Just give me one sec. Just give me one sec, Spencer.
All right, you pull that up. I'll kind of explain here. So also in the chat being mentioned, they would love to see a video on how to read level 2. Exactly what I'm working on today, guys. I've actually done a video before. One of the things that I love doing is distinguishing between what's a real order and what I call a fake order. So a lot of times you'll get these big sizes put on the ask, and then it's really not trying to get filled there. Some traders put out these orders just to kind of put pressure on the supply and the demand side. So what I like to do is pay attention to the time and sales, because time and sales means that the order actually went through and was executed. And so with that being said, what I like to do is I distinguish between what I think is algorithmic volume and what is retail or a big trader volume. So I'll go ahead and I will cut out anything that's 100 shares, because to me, that's all algorithmic volume, and I don't even want to pay attention to it. So I want to be paying attention to orders that are bigger than 1,000 shares and then higher. Really, I usually have 3 time and sales windows. I'll have one that just flows everything. I'll have one that flows higher than 1,000 shares, and I'll have another box that flows anything higher than 10,000 shares. So the big boys. Those are the ones that I really pay attention to. Because if you can see the big boys get into it, I try to beat them and watch them as they scale out, and I'll scale out with them.
I didn't know you could filter time and sales. Did you know that, Ryan?
Boom.
No, I've actually never filtered
something
time
new,
and sales.
right?
Wait, how do you? Yeah, we're gonna wait. I guess quickly, if you can, in 30 seconds. How do you? What broker are you using to do that? Or are you using Pro, or what are you
You
doing?
can use you can use Thinkorswim. Usually, just about every brokerage that
And it
has
lets you
time and
filter it.
sales.
I mean,
Lets you
every broker
filter.
has time and sales. I know that, but I didn't know you could filter it. That's incredible.
Got you guys, man.
I'm gonna have to
So
notate this down and try to figure it out.
so I'll look into that in Thinkorswim and see if I can give you guys some here. Let me actually cut my Bitcoin miner here. I think it's lagging everything. I will look into Thinkorswim and see if I can figure that out. Spencer, if you want to bring up my screen again, I went ahead and shared my broker for this actual trade. Okay, this is my actual brokerage screen. I traded a 3,000 lot here on a range break. I always try to keep these day trades small because you can't predict this all the time. And if this stuff goes against you and you're overloaded in a 10,000 share position, you're going to be in pain real quick. I try to keep them small. So Zunaid, let's kind of work through exactly what it is that I'm looking for. This is how I have my day trading screen set up. Okay. So I've got a 1 minute chart here that I'm paying the most attention to. I have a daily chart here with a volume profile and some moving averages. And I have a 5 minute chart that has a standard deviation channel on it. Okay. In the top, I'm always looking at the SPY because again, if the SPY is going down, I want to be able to find relative strength, right? So I always want to have an idea of what my macro is. And I also watch the futures because they drive the bus. In the middle here, I've got the Nisei tick chart. This just gives me an idea if there's any panic going on any type of big surge, whether it be a buying or a selling surge. Now, as far as the actual stock here, using the active trader tab, I really like it because it gives me a very clean layout to look at both of the things we've just discussed, both the level 2 and the time and sales. That's what this log here on the right is. This active trade, I call it a tree because it just kind of reminds me of a tree. This is where I see all of the level 2. So let's wind it back to my example. I was looking at a 120 break here. This actually hit, right? This cell was lit up and there's a number here. I think it was like 380 and it was getting chipped away. And I was like, this is the break. I want to join it. So I hit buy. And normally what I do is I do limit orders to buy, right? So I can buy right on the price right here. Literally put your cursor there and you click it, hold control, you'll do a limit order. All right. What happened was it put my order out there, but when it got filled, there was other traders that were dumping shares. And so I actually got filled down here at 119. Then jumped up a little bit. I sold it on the pop because and this is why I was telling early, because I've seen this happen too, right? It looks like it's going to break. It looks like it's going to pop. Then it starts to trade a little thick. It starts to lose some of that steam. That's what I recognize. I didn't get to my profit target. That's what I recognized. I just hit flatten now right here, which does a market order for whatever size position that I'm in. So I don't have to worry about changing it to get the right shares. All of a sudden I sold more than I own. Now I'm net short. No, none of that. Just hit flatten now. And I'm out. And what you're seeing in this stock now is exactly why you pull it early, because the last thing that I want to do is wait for a specific profit target. Feels like it's not coming, and then it pulls like this. Now, this trade may set up later today, right? If you take a look right here, we're coming into some of those pre-market lows. It may bounce here and set up today. You can always rebuy it. There's no reason for me to sit here with red on my screen. Just get out plus 70. Who's going to brag about a $71 profit? Nobody that I know. I effectively got out of this flat.
I hear you. I appreciate the insight. That's definitely good to know. And by the way, someone in the chat had asked me, am I using E-Trade Pro or Power E-Trade? I am using E-Trade Pro. Helps me with the hotkeys, helps me with my setups, all that stuff. E-Trade Pro for me. Ryan, from what I saw, is using Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade.
And
I'm not sure what money Mitch is using.
Getting an interesting question here from Sam. Can you share your toss grid? I think that you're asking if I can share this layout. I would be happy to do that, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to do that. If you guys can coach me on sharing this, I will share it with anyone that wants this. This to me is a really helpful setup. It gives me a really good picture of what's going on. The other thing that you can see here is that this is linked. So Spencer asked me yesterday about linking some of the different windows in Thinkorswim. You can see that this is linked to red. So if I have like on one of my other screens, if I have a watch list or a current position, if that's linked to red, all I have to do is click on those tickers and they pull it up here for me to trade.
Okay, well, while all that was going on, let me tell you about the trade I just made round trip. So I'm already out of it. But I couldn't, guys, I couldn't help myself. All right, so Okay,
What'd you
Robinhood.
do?
Robinhood, here we go.
Gotta let us know though, Spencer. You can't be sneaking.
Interrupt us. Interrupt us.
All right. Okay. So I was watching Robinhood, sort of, as I was, before we opened here, and I sort of never stopped watching it. So I saw a break above 60, and I thought, okay, let's roll. We made a new high of the day, nice round number. So I got filled at 60, but by the time I actually noticed it and throughout the order, I got filled at 60.48. And I said, okay, I'm going to give myself till the low of this candle. The low of this candle was 58.66. So I'm going to give myself till that low. So what happened? We came down, got through that low. Okay, enough for me. So 58.50, I was out.
Oh, so it's a losing trade.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't interrupt us then. Hey, props to you for saying, hey, I got in, I lost, even when you clearly didn't have to. Shout out to you. By the way, I did not know that you traded during the day.
Well, I typically don't. To be
because I remember you and I talking off air kind of about how you love ETFs and you kind of stick to that, this, that, the other.
I know, but this Robinhood thing is so much fun that I almost can't help myself.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Real quick, just to kind of close the book on this, Mitch, if you could do me a big favor, I figured out how to share my Flex Grid for the viewers here, and I slacked you a link that is the shareable link. Could you please post that in the YouTube comments?
Of course.
I have StreamYard pulled up, so I can't. I guess maybe I can log in here. I'm not an ace with StreamYard like you guys are. So if you could please post that for me. There you go. That is the Flex Grid that I used this morning. Let me know if that works, please.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm getting in prematurely, so bear with me here.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and get into Square 282.50. I am getting prematurely. Why? Because it's not above VWAP yet. And VWAP happens to be right where the red and green line is, or excuse me, the previous close is. And so I'm getting prematurely, which is why I'm only getting one contract. If it goes above VWAP, retests it, and confirms, then I will go ahead and add a little bit more size. But that is what I'm getting. But just know that, hey, look, it's Friday. You're going to get an awful fill in terms of if a spike happens, a drop happens, you're going to get screwed or rewarded very easily. So be very mindful of that. This isn't exactly a lotto play for me. So we will get that in maybe about 10 minutes, but I did want to call that out. And now it's bleeding and you can get it 30% cheaper than I did. But anyway, premature. And that's, Ryan talked about it earlier. And I think the last time we were on, when you get on prematurely, and you don't get that confirmation, you take a risk of being wrong. And so far with at least one candle, I am wrong. Well, let's see what happens here.
And to that point, Zunaid, that's what our job is, right? We're never right all the time. It's about managing that.
Yep, for sure. But again, that was Square 282.50 calls. I got filled at $1.93. You can get it at $1.70, or excuse me, $1.30, but it is bleeding. So,
healthcare bleeding hard, guys. Healthcare is bleeding hard right
now. BCRX 318. Sorry.
Yeah. Healthcare is your biggest laggard. Healthcare and tech today are your biggest laggards. Everything else seems like it's in the green.
You know what's going up again?
Banks.
FLGC. I don't know why this stock just keeps moving up, but
yes,
man.
Yeah. This was mentioned. This was mentioned in the pre-market prep chat. Okay, so let's talk about this one. FLGC.
This is a relatively new stock that just came out.
Yeah.
Cannabis play.
Okay.
But man, it's not moving with the cannabis names.
What is our float here? 35 million shares, so small. Not microscopically small, but small.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Something else I've been thinking a lot about is Canopy Growth had earnings this morning, right? And they said in their report, I think this was Canopy, that they're looking to enter the U.S. market via acquisitions. So there are probably going to be a lot of people speculating on some random cannabis stocks, U.S. cannabis stocks, I mean, as potential takeouts. I don't know if that's what this is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that don't be surprised to see some random M&A speculation in U.S. across the board in U.S. cannabis stocks.
And real quick, what's going on, Judge? Richard Judge, supporter of ours.
Good morning, Richard.
What's going on? And real quick, if you Spencer, if you want to pull up BYSI, we talked about this briefly.
We had the CEO on the show yesterday.
Yeah, but we talked about, if you go to the 1 minute chart here for me, we talked about a potential, even earlier today, I said if it breaks that high in the pre-market, can you back out a little bit there? I don't think I see it there. Yep, right there. So see that high in that pre-market, right where that Y is? Just draw a horizontal line across the top of that wick. Right there. Right there.
You want me to actually draw a line?
Yeah, but just leaving your cursor there is fine too. I just want to show the actual trade here. As soon as it snapped that 25.40 level, look what happened. We're up 2 points off that. So another potential day trade here. Another potential trade on BYSI.
You said you had the CEO on yesterday. Anything interesting that he mentioned that is making this 24% move? Or
besides the fact,
my apologies. Thank you for correcting me.
Besides the fact that I pronounced her name wrong, she did. You always want to know about offerings if they're gonna raise money.
Absolutely.
They just had this trial. Are you gonna raise money? That's the playbook, right? She said no. She said no offering. So that was kind of my biggest takeaway.
That's cool. I don't want to disparage anybody. I've listened to some conference calls where analysts asked if there was going to be an offering that said no. A month later, there was an offering. Take it with a grain of salt. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. There was a few more. I just want to cover some tickers that I had written down. So we talked about Genie, I think, right? We talked about FLGC. Did we talk about the Grill Masters, Cook and Weber? Someone had asked about those earlier in the morning here.
Yeah. I mean, this to me played out kind of the way that I thought it was going to be. I said Traeger was going to be the one. Remember when we had talked about Weber, Cook, or Weber, Traeger, and Robinhood? Traeger was the one that I liked. Traeger's the one that's trading better. Weber's down off of its high. I mean, today it popped right out of the open, but it's really bled back a lot of its gains.
Yeah, and remember, Weber downsized their IPO. They not only did they issue fewer shares, but they did so at a lower price. So
hey Zunaid, where'd he go? Oh, my bad.
He's
probably went to the washroom. Square.
He's around here.
Bring Square up. Where's Zunaid?
He's here.
Square. So listen, let's quickly talk about this. Thanks for bringing it back up. I got it at $1.93. I told you I was bleeding. You could have bought it at $1.30 when I told you I was bleeding. Guess what the damn price is now? $2.80. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Zunaid,
and no, I'm not selling. And no, I'm not selling.
I'm not selling.
Are you not entertained?
Let me just put it this way and pretend like I'm a big hawkshot. I will not dump on my followers.
I'm not selling. I love it.
What happened? You're not Zach Morris?
No. Hey, come on. We don't know what happens there, but hey, they made Atlas Crew and everybody. They made people a lot of money, man. I see those screenshots. Love Ripster. I'm a biggest fan of him. His EMA cloud setups and all that. Well, you're not a fan?
Let's not go into all that.
Oh man.
Actually, Rips, from my vantage point, Ripster seems to be the one that is most interested in education only, right?
Absolutely.
He seems to really want to teach people more than the other guys. That's just from my vantage point.
I mean, and the only reason I don't follow the other guys is because the types of plays they play are not my style. That's the only reason. It's not because it doesn't, whatever. That's all it is. But the way that Ripster plays and kind of teaches of breakouts and the clouds and all that, it's my style. Therefore, I pay more attention to him. I'm a big fan of that. But anyway, Square went all the way up. I think I had gains of about 30%. Like I said, not selling. And I did not. I still hold it.
In addition to Squares, a lot of the tech kind of reversing here. Apple looking like it's going to try a red to green move here pretty soon.
Yeah,
that's curling up.
Great.
AMD, look at AMD too. AMD popping over its high right out of the gate here. So AMD looking strong too.
Great call.
Go ahead.
No, great call out, Ryan. AMD wasn't so much as red as the big guns this morning, but that's a great call out. Facebook is in the green from the open. And we're basically unchanged in Facebook. Great call out, Ryan. Amazon Google, Amazon's still on the right. Okay, so we got Apple trying here. We got Facebook trying here. Now, all that being said, where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the banks, okay? Because you want to see if one trend reverses, is the other trend going to reverse? Yeah, the banks are coming back down. That's the XLF, JP Morgan, and the chart looks identical. You want to see them hold the open, right? Stay green. Stay green is what you want to see on the banks. If not, that's a nice short setup, okay? Same thing with reopening stocks, right? Oh, no, Delta.
Spencer, your reaction is awesome.
Oh, no.
By the way, I'm going to take a sec. Did everyone get to see the tweet of Spencer and Mitch cheesing yesterday? That was one of the best moments of the Benzinga stream.
Is that the Rohan thing?
I was dying. That was so funny.
I have it bookmarked because I was driving, and I have it bookmarked. I do need to go back and watch it.
All right, guys, taking a quick trade here. Long on ASTR, guys. Going to risk off of the 1080s here. Astra Space trade here. One of the things that got me to take this trade also was a good move today in SPCE. SPCE has been ripping out today, as you can see from this trend here. So ASTR taking it here off the VWAP essentially, and we'll look to see if we can get it back above towards 1130s. I'll take first profit and then look for a rip out through the 1150s.
And your stop loss you said was 1080?
1080.
So now how are you playing that stop loss? Is it a mental one? You're hitting the market order as soon as it's below?
Mental. That's the only way I do day trades. I'm going to let you know right now. I think I've taken a market order one time in my entire life. Always using limit orders because I never, ever leave it up to chance for the market maker to decide my exit. What I'll do is I'll pay attention to the bid side. So one of the things is if I need to get out here, I won't try to put it on an order on the ask side. I'd put it out on the bid side so that it could really get out immediately. Or sometimes,
let me ask for clarification then, because you said mental, but then you said limit. So then are you placing the limit orders, right? For example, you're in the trade now, right? Mm-hmm. Do you already have a stop loss out?
No stop loss because the market maker will attack it. I'll tell you that right now. If you're a day trader and you're using stop losses, you might as well just give up. You might as well just give up. That's what I would personally say, because day trading is all about what you're going to do is you're fighting the liquidity. You have two people against you. I think a lot of times it's the people trading against you and the market maker. I don't view that as my friend, because what's going to happen is that he's going to attack my stop. If I put out a stop right now at 1090, I could almost guarantee it. They'll take the shares. They'll just take the shares. They'll stop me out, and then you'll see it right back at 1095.
I've always heard that, right? And again, I do believe for it to be somewhat true. I would love, and I don't know if we have access, but I would love to have a market maker on and be like, yo, you trying to screw me over every single time?
You could just call one.
Just call one.
That's all
I got to say.
Can someone highlight AJ's comment?
I just got filled. We got some square. Okay, Zunaid, check it out.
I just got filled at 144. Got out. Dude, that's by 20. Okay, no, listen. Brother, hold on. First of all, please don't fat finger like that next time. Please don't. Second of all, here's what I need you to do. I need you to take a screenshot. Please hide your account info, your personal info, all of that. I need you to take a screenshot of your confirmation on the buy and the sell, and I need you to tag all of us here, and I need you to tag Benzinga. Let us know that you're making money out there. Treat yourself, by the way. And if you've already beat your goal, your daily goal, please get out. Get out of the casino, because the market maker will try to get you, baby. Congratulations, AJ. Shout out to you, man. Great way to execute it. That buying and selling was all you. Great job.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Congratulations. Nice trade. I like how he said almost had a stroke, but made my day.
And here's the thing. Let me go ahead and do this, right? Where did he say he got out? I'm sorry. Somebody just remind me.
I got you. Got out 263.
Where is that trading right now? 198. So here's why. If you're going to get into these trades, especially on a Thursday, Friday, please get out as soon as you see the profit, because right now it's trading at $1.90. Right. And so that's almost, I don't know the quick math, but that's almost a 20-25% less profitable trade. So as soon as you see the green you like, hey, AJ, congratulations, man. Take a second.
Put it under your mattress if you don't know where to put it.
Yo, we forgot did you guys play the intro today?
No, I couldn't find it,
We
Mitch.
couldn't find
Come
it.
on,
There were
bro.
too many. There were too many
in the
files.
brand.
Apparently,
It's
there
in the
were too many
brand?
files.
Bro, come on, bro.
Dude,
Come on,
StreamYard
man.
did an update. I can't find
Step up your
Jack.
game, bro. Come on,
I can't find. Seriously, I can't find shit now.
But look,
Bro,
while
you
these
in other
two
BZ
argue,
shows, we use pre-market prep. We've always
while
used it
these
for
two
this.
argue
Come
and
on,
try to
bro.
figure out where the file of our cool intro is, I need everyone to spam up those likes. We're past the,
All right,
all
right.
we're past
Should we
that
play
hour. It's 10:03. I need us to get to
45
400 so I
seconds.
can go ahead and buy a $200-300 lotto.
Yeah.
I think you already showed us, Zunaid, that we have to play this today.
Oh, let's.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher. Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
I want to talk to Money Mitch.
What up,
Money Mitch
dude?
here?
The only one, the
I
one
don't
and
see
only.
him. Money Mitch, I had one earnings play this earnings season. I had one
Boom.
stock. PRTS, baby. Let's go. 20%.
Baby. Guess what we were talking about yesterday? PRTS.
PRTS. I'm not on that Ryan Faloona fake stock, miss earnings, type realm. Pick one and it hits, baby. If you
You hit that. You hit
put
that
your whole
DD one
portfolio
too.
in one stock. That's our advice. One
Boom.
stock.
Didn't
Look
you
at
hit that DD call option last time
Boom.
too?
I hit that DD too.
Yeah.
My favorite part about Luke is Luke will show up to anything with a can of gasoline and be like, "What's up, guys? What's going on?" I love it. It's my favorite thing ever.
I'm a
Alright,
fan.
Man.
I'm
All
a
right,
fan.
have fun,
Good
guys.
job, Luke. Later, buddy.
I'll put Spency back on.
PRTS up later, right?
Spency. All right.
Yeah. What's up? All right. I don't know what that
Fancy's spending that
no idea what that
money.
was about.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. That was awesome.
I
That
think
was
I
awesome.
think Luke, like in between phone calls, he just likes to mess with me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Where's Hector in the chat, by the way? Wish is going ballistic.
Is it to the upside?
Someone's wishing
Yeah.
upon a dream.
Yeah,
What's up?
Wish looks like it bounced right off 975 and is just ripping right now. I know Hector is probably on the website right now ordering a bunch of different stuff. That's my guess. I know Hector loves Wish, so
I need to look
So does
into
Luke.
Wish.
Luke loves Wish. He's all about the bargain basement, and he loves Wish.
I need to look into Wish in terms of the fundamentals. But stock, obviously, everyone on FitTwit has been trying to, make it go up, and believes in the fundamentals. It seems, but like, I've got to take a look into it because how many people are truly ordering? Because I know it was big back in the day, right? But I'm not sure how many people still order.
Wait, back in the day,
When I say back in the day, I'm talking about like 2-3 years ago. All my friends would get like 5 packages a day from Wish because they would order $2-3 shit. Excuse me, stuff.
yeah, but you know what's funny about that is they ordered that 2 months ago, and then it shows up. It takes forever to get.
It takes 2 months. I'll tell you that. I've used it.
We should, you know what we should do? We should just have like a show where it's open Wish items. We just order like
I got you.
20
One
things.
second,
Oh,
one second.
there's Ryan. I was saying have Jason pay for it, but all right, Ryan, you go ahead and do that. Anytime I can get Jason to pay for anything, I'm in.
We can't do an unboxing because this is the one item I've ever got from Wish. Okay, this is it. This is it right here. And what this is a lighter, but this is a lighter that's based off of a principle that's old school. It's from like the Humphrey Bogart movies. It basically has, I don't know if it'll focus here on this, but this basically is like a metal stick, and there's a flint here, and there's fluid in here, and then you kind of just. Now it's because this is from it lit. Look at that, it lit. Right. So this is actually really cool because it's easy for lighting candles since you have a stick. It is what it is. This is my only item I've ever got from Wish. It is a keychain lighter.
I feel like you shared that. I feel like you shared that with like the whole team once, like on like show and tell, whatever. You definitely shared that once before.
No, I showed that was the real. Oh, Spencer, I love you're digging into the annals of Benzinga history here,
right? That looked familiar to me.
No, what I showed you was an actual light, not something from Wish, an actual lighter from Ronson from the 30s. That's now a collectible item.
Lighters.
Okay.
So,
damn, dude, I'm not gonna lie.
That one I actually treasure. This thing, if I lost it, meh.
Okay.
We'll get back to trading here, but I gotta say, 1, that's pretty cool. 2, I was scared as hell as your cat walks across. I was scared as hell. I was like, please don't let this man die on air. Please don't let this man die on air.
This is not my first day using a lighter, so I think
the view. No, I know, but like you were trying to figure out the focus, and I was like, this man's gonna die on air. We're gonna hit 1 million subs, but we're gonna lose Ryan.
But if we hit the 1 million subs, guys, just tell the world my story. That's all I ask.
Does your cat ever enter orders for you?
Guys.
Does my cat ever what?
Enter orders for you?
No, he's busy right now. He's checking out the birdcage.
Okay, real fast before I forget, because we have 20 minutes left, and then we've got the CEO of Perrion. But I do want to do a quick crypto update. If y'all have not been watching crypto today, well, you maybe should have your eyes on it because it's been a pretty good morning. There's a heat map, and we are green on the screen, green across the board. Bitcoin, ETH, even Dogecoin is trading higher this morning. So, what a rip! We did have the ETH 2.0 update, and ETH has been just a monster here. I don't know what y'all are exposed to on the crypto front. I don't know who owns what, if anything.
You want to see it? You want my portfolio? Share my screen.
Well, okay.
Ryan's about to show us his $1 million portfolio.
$1 million. So I'll give you. We can do the story of crypto for Ryan in under a minute. All right. Back in I think years ago, I can't remember, maybe 2015, I can't remember. Back when Bitcoin was around 6K, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a stab at this. So I spent 300 USD and I split it between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. These are the only holdings. You can see exactly how much I have of each. It's not very much at all. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to bother trading this. I'm busy trading stocks. I'm just going to hodl this. I'm going to be a hodler till the end. And so I did. And there were a number after that big sell, after Bitcoin went to 19K and came all the way back in, and people were telling me it was over, blah, blah, blah. And then it went to 60K. And I did a comeback tour victory lap where I was like, oh, I thought you guys said it was over. It was over. It was over. It's not over. And on top of that, I also started mining. So I'm exposed to these 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. The 2 that I am the most into is going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can call me an OG Bitcoin hodler. I'm not into Dogecoin. I'm not into Shiba or any of the other crazy new coins.
I love it.
So this is why hodling was important to me. This is a graph of the entire account. You can see how very low it was for a long time. Looked like it wasn't going to come back, and then boom.
Let this be a perfect example of time in the market is more important than timing the market.
That's my favorite saying of them all. That's my favorite saying.
And it applies, right? Not just in stocks, not just in different markets, but clearly in crypto as well.
Yep, for sure. So just as a reminder, the Benzinga crypto update is brought to you by Voyager. Whoa, weird feedback there. Link in the description. Get a $50 in free Bitcoin when you use the code ZING, Z-I-N-G. On Voyager, deposit at least $100 and make your first trade with over 60 assets to choose from. An annual yield earnings of up to 12%. Voyager is your launch pad into the world of crypto. Again, a link in description. Check it out. Where are we in Stockland?
We'll talk a little bit about solar. Solar didn't do a bad day. SPWR, MaxN, SEDG, SOL up a pretty good amount. And then First Solar, the one that I was really watching, really just broke out right at the gates. Never really given me a chance to get, but all the way it moved from about 91.25 all the way up to 95. So.
Okay, Tech is trying here. Tech is trying to turn green. The XLK is basically down a nickel, so we're basically unchanged in Tech. So Tech is trying here to turn green. And all that being said, the banks are
Hold it in there, frankly.
Holding in there, yes, holding in there. I'm watching the banks and I'm watching the reopening. So airlines and cruise lines, and you can see they've all turned red here. So I was wondering, hey, will these, we saw in the pre-market good jobs number, reopening stocks rallied, bank stocks rallied, tech stocks dropped. Would that hold or no? It appears not. Don't be surprised if you see tech close in the green for the day. It looks like it really wants to.
I'm okay with that.
Let me take a look at SeaWorld. So this is what I talked about yesterday, Spencer. I was going to see how some reopening plays reacted and some were going to go right back down. I talked about how maybe SeaWorld would be that one that could continue making moves, and so could 6. So those look like they're still moving decently there. But if you look at the cruise lines, the airlines, yes, knockdown.
I'll take SeaWorld over 6 any day, not because of fundamentals, not because of technicals, but just because I don't like roller coasters.
Oh, okay.
So I meant more of like if we're hanging out, we're going to SeaWorld.
Okay.
So you're not much for bungee jumping or skydiving either, are you?
I could handle those. I just can't handle bipolar feelings in my body with the roller coasters. If I skydiving, I know I'm going straight down, baby. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
At least you got control, right?
I don't know why anyone would ever jump out of a perfectly good airplane. That's just the way I think of it.
What if it's not a good airplane?
Then you don't have a parachute because you thought it was a perfectly good airplane. But hey, AJ, if you're out there, buddy, I'm still waiting for you to tag us. All right. You had a spectacular trade, AJ. I'm still waiting. Help us out.
This just in. Boeing says they're going to start putting parachutes on their plane. No, I'm just joking. Just joking, guys.
I don't know how the market would react to that news.
Oh, good Lord.
No, either.
Nick, by the way, Nick, I know we're having fun here. I'm going to try to get back to it. Nick saying PSFE, good entry if it breaks 11, which is pre-market resistance. I agree with that. I got that stuff up here kind of watching it. I agree with that for a day trade. I'm going to wait and see if my swing can come back by October. But a good spot there, Nick. Good spot there on PSFE.
Microvision having a good day today, up 6%. MVIS.
Let me pull that up here.
That was going crazy a while back.
And you know what's interesting is all the
ooh, look at that.
Is vaccines. Oh, vaccine. I mean, healthcare is down, but
might have a trade here on a break of 1470, folks.
On Microvision?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to need volume in order to push that. So I'm kind of watching the stick here. But if we get a big buy at that 1470 level, that might pop. That might pop for you. You might
You're
get
about a penny away.
So I'm not set up for this. That's the other thing, folks. Like these trades, when they move quick, if I'm not ready for it, I don't try to rush it. Right? Be as prepared as possible. There will be another trade. If you miss it, it's okay. Don't put yourself in a position where you're playing catch up.
Yeah, the worst thing I used to always see is traders.
There goes 70. There goes 71, 74. So it's pushing. It's not popping. It's pushing though.
Oh, you got a nice 5-cent move so far, yeah.
So this is what I mean. When they clear spots out like that, a lot of the times they'll pop and push, or they'll do one or the other. Here it looks like we're kind of getting a slow push. It looks like we just kind of back tested that 1470 area. And now we're going to try to push it. Here we go. So volume again, starting to come in. If this picks up at all, I think we're going to test 15 for sure on this. Remember, this trade here is off 1470. All right. This is a decent trade off 1470. I'm not in this. This is not a live trade for me. Very, very clear. I'm not in this. I was just kind of watching the setup.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, you're up 10 cents from the entry point.
Yep. And that volume, and it's still coming, man. It's still taking those shares. A little bit of a pull here. We'll see.
So again, we're going to have. Sorry, again, just a reminder, we're going to have Doron Gerstel on the show in a couple of minutes, probably around 12 or 13 minutes now. He's the CEO of Perrion Networks, ticker PERI. They just had earnings, so we're going to talk to Doron about the advertising market in a few. But we got 13 more minutes of this motley crew.
I've been looking around to see if there are any good lottos, but I can't find any. So I'll tell you this. continue smashing that like button, but also in the chat, if you have a lotto that you think would be good, let me know. I'll take a look at it. I have no problem. I just haven't really found anything. Square was going to be one of them, but I feel like I've already called that out, so I don't want to double dip and kind of cheat on that way, I guess. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you have a lotto that you feel like would be beneficial. Let us know.
AMD continues to push. We got a question here from Andre. Would you guys short AMD at 115? No, I would not. Very simple. But it looks real strong here. I think what you're asking about is to try and play a corrective move off of this pop, which I do understand. To me, that's just a little too rich for my blood. I'm probably not going to take that. AMD looking real strong today. I don't want to jump in front of this freight train.
Yeah, there's no reason to kind of be a hero, right? AMD is up about 3% when the market, in terms of the SPY, is up not even 0.5%. So it's got relative strength there. And I'll kind of echo what Ripster said a while back. And I guess what any great trader says, where's your risk reward? So if you're going to try to short it, where is your risk and what's your reward? So, the trend is your friend. As cheesy as that sounds, it is true. And it'll help you make more money than trying to be a hero and get the perfect top on a play. Play the trend. Get a good risk reward off of that.
PSFE PaySafe did pop that 20 cents over 11. That was decent trade there over 11. And here, so someone asked me the other day about floating islands, right? I don't remember if that was the happy hour or if that was in here. We were talking about floating islands. So Snap has one, right? We gapped up. We've got that floating island. We actually pulled a little bit more than I like to see on these floating islands, but we held in there. Now we've reversed for the top. So I'm telling you, what I'm going to watch for here, potential Snap trade, and I'll be on this today. Later on today, if we're not around, I'll trade this for next week, not necessarily a day trade. But the floating island setup is as follows, right? We held the bottom here. We didn't hold the bottom of this candle exactly. We traded a little bit lower than that. Looks like about 2 points lower, but we still held in there. We didn't come back down to the top. We didn't come back down to where it started the gap. Now we've reversed, and we're going to push towards the 79.18 level. We snapped that 79.18 level. I think we absolutely go higher. This is going to be the crux of the floating island play. I think Snap snaps this. And I will be waiting. So my entry trigger is going to be a break on that 79.18. I don't have a profit target yet. I would do this with calls, by the way. So I would probably do a profit like target, maybe 50, 100%, depending on how they run.
Yeah, I need to find a trade here. I cannot find anything. Yeah, I mean, AMD would be the only one because it is kind of somewhat consolidating above 15 now. I mean, 115, But besides that, I don't really even see anything. I guess let's check out Hood for me. I haven't looked at Hood. Yeah, it's on a little bounce from 55. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see what contracts look like for a Hood. Oh, they don't have weekly. 13. That's weird.
What do you guys think of Carvana? I hear people calling out KXIN. I saw this pushing. Oh, good call, guys. Sorry we missed this one. This one actually didn't hit my scanner. I will look into that. This is a monster trade. So there are multiple setups here on this particular one. You've got the range break right here. Which obviously worked really well. You probably have another one, right? This one didn't work as well, but it's still really kind of pushing real strong here. Let's take a look at the daily. Let's look to the left. We seem to be pushing right up into resistance. So if you're looking for a new long here, you might want to be careful. Make sure you clear out some of this former support and resistance area. I think if we do take this area out, next spot probably going to be mid threes if it continues. Big pop here. Be careful chasing this green candle. If you do play this, stick to your risk management. Don't let this trade go red on you. But yeah, this is a monster. Nice little gap and go here, actually, on this. Interesting. I like how it back tested this level, too, and then went from there. Huge volume.
Yeah, you always want to kind of see that back test, hold, get confirmation, and let resistance become support, and then
Was this Matt P? Matt P, hats off to you, man. You did spot this one. I should have been on this a little bit earlier. I'm sorry that I wasn't. Great spot, Matt P. I'm just making sure because there were a couple of people talking. Yeah, Matt P, have you guys looked at KXIN? You were all over this, my man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Let's see how Tesla's doing. That's always a
good
fun
idea.
lotto. Oh, we got the 10-minute up. Let me move this to a 1 minute. Let's see. 10 minutes just been in the range. Nothing crazy.
DraftKings looking like it may try to go red here. DraftKings looking a little weak here. Let's check in on TDAC because I thought maybe that might move off today. It's pretty much flat, not really doing much of anything.
All right, here's what I'll do because I know we're a few minutes out. How many likes do we have?
Right, we need some more likes. You guys got to smash that like if you guys want to see that yellow.
We're at 292.
So here's what we'll do. Look, if you can get us to 400, right, I will go ahead and buy 2 contracts of AMD 115s as lottos. They are currently trading at 120. So I'll buy 2 of them, not just one. I'll buy 2 of them. But I need you guys to get us to 400. And someone just alert me as soon as we're at 400. We've got like 661 people watching. Come on. I know you guys can do it.
Me, Smalls.
And again, I'll post it on my Twitter like I always do. So feel free to go there and I'll post it live. And I won't sell it till I get at least, let's say 3x. 3x, and I'll go ahead and do it.
Might get a nice little scalp here on KXIN through 3, by the way.
KXIN, let's take a look at that. Square, low of, is it low of day? Square is almost at low of day. I'm okay with the bounce here on Square if it kind of gets like a, it won't confirm a double bottom or anything like that till later on, but I'm okay with the bounce here. At least gets a VWAP.
Matt P, nice trade in KXIN, man. You were the only one on that. I'm sorry I missed that. Nice trade, dude. Glad you took your profits on that. Put them in your pocket. Buy yourself a steak. And look, how about this level here in BYSI? Say again, Mitch. Sorry.
Someone said steak.
Yeah, I said buy him a steak. You don't celebrate big trades with a nice little steak?
It's Friday. Steak
The only
Friday.
reason I don't, Ryan, is because I know that I'm going to make a trade that'll make me eat ramens. So I try to just eat chicken tenders consistently so that I don't get too high and I don't get too low.
I love that, man.
That's
We
smart.
kind of manage to stay even keel. Love that. BYSI here. BYSI, we really pegged the level here, man. 25.58. This was absolutely the level. This was the range break on the pre-market high that gave you a pop. Stock came back into this level, held it, and is now pushing up off that level. That was the key spot here today. BYSI.
So again, just a reminder, I'm going to have the CEO of Perrion Networks here, Doron Gerstel, on in 5 minutes. That means 5 minutes left. What do you need, Ryan and Mitch?
I am just trying to find
OCGN. Wow. Yeah, definitely pushing here through 8. Big volume here. Not in this, guys. Not in this. This would be chasing. This would be chasing to go after this now. So. Definitely something to keep an eye on, though, especially if this kind of reverses here. This spot may be in play a little bit later today. You know, one of the things I wanted to comment on real quick before we get out of here is that especially on Fridays in the summer, you never know when the next opportunity is gonna come by, and there are 2 things that are really important. Number one, Fridays traditionally, especially during the summer, can be very, very slow. It's important not to boredom trade and put yourself in a position where you are now down just simply because you wanted to click some buttons. But there's also something to be said for kind of waiting for your trade, and you don't know when that's going to come. And a lot of people they plan to make trades on Monday or maybe even Tuesday. Sometimes that setup might present itself at 1 or 2 p.m. on a Friday, and you're going to have to be ready for it. It's important to stick to your plan. It's important to not let boredom get the best of you. It's important to always try to protect your capital and just be as tactical and as safe as you can. I know sometimes when we're sitting around here and we're looking for stuff, you want to trade, you want to make some money. Be very, very careful. Always protect your capital.
Yeah, as Dennis always says, never enter a trade thinking how much you can make. You're entering a trade thinking how much you can lose.
Dennis is a pro amongst pros, too. That is exceptional advice.
We are up to 335 likes right now. So
we need more. We need more. We're about to hop off in 3 minutes. I've got the trigger ready to go on AMD, but we need more.
We're getting there. We're getting there, but we're not quite there.
Proton, I don't see anything. I don't see anything other than what's in our news feed here on OCGN. I'm not sure that there's something else going on other than maybe other people kind of looking at it. The volume tells me that there are eyeballs here.
Oh, OCGN.
I can't tell you what else. It was a pop through 8 here, but it's really kind of been pushing. Oh man, ZNGA, rough earnings.
Zynga, the whole space is getting so. We talked about this morning. It's just the whole space. Like there's a reason to be bullish, but it doesn't matter. Like there's a long-term demographic reason to be bullish on the whole space, but it is so out of favor right now that it's hard to stomach. Zynga just is now down 50% in the last couple of months. Not couple, well, 5 months, but 6 months, but still.
Here's look what a disappointment. This is one of my holdings here. Yesterday we had a price target upgrade, nice little pop in the after hours. What a disappointment. This is really trading poor. I'm still in this. I'm actually bag holding this right now. I still like it, but man, real rough trading here on ticker SMSI. Bled all of its gains back yesterday, continues to bleed today. We'll see if it can find some support.
Okay, great question from Roy. There's no such thing as a stupid question. He goes, who is Dennis? Roy Malong. I hope I'm saying your name right. We have a show before this every morning. It's called Pre-Market Prep, 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Dennis Dick is the co-host of that show. He has been a professional prop trader for 20 years. And just all prop trader means is it just means he trades with his capital plus his firm's capital. And the guy is a machine. I don't know if he's human in terms of the volume of trades that he takes on any given day. He's the co-host of that show. Again, Pre-Market Prep, Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That's who I'm referring to when I say Dennis. But good question. Great question. No such thing as dumb question. I don't know what you know or don't know. So if we say something you don't know what we're talking about, ask, because great question. Joe Dagger, Dennis Dick is the god of stocks. That's what Joe Dagger said.
I agree with that. Dennis is amazing.
My battery's going to run out in about 10 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and say I did get into AMD trade, went ahead and did it, hoping you guys would get to 400. I will post it on my Twitter in about 10 seconds because my charger's in the car and I am not going to be able to make it this stream. I don't know when we're going to cut off, but anyway, I did take it. Let's have some fun with it. I will post it on Twitter. Again, that's AMD 115 call. My cost basis is 134. That expires today. Posting it on Twitter in about 10 seconds.
All right, Zunaid.
All right.
Twitter handle. Enjoy the rest of your vacation, my man.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you. Absolutely, fellas.
All right, Ryan and Mitch, Mitch, you got to prepare for SPAC's attack, which is going live in a half hour.
What? The SPAC's attack?
I know.
I'll be there.
You'll be there with Chris K.
Be there. Be
all right.
square.
See you in a half hour.
Chrisopedia.
All right, and Ryan, see you. I know you. If you could, you would hang out with us all day, but you can't. So this has been fun as always.
It's fun as always. Good luck on your interview, Spencer. Really looking forward to it. Have a great Friday. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
All right, let's talk to the CEO of a public company right now, Perrion Networks, ticker PERI. Chart up. Where is my chart? There's my chart. Chart up on the screen. Doron, Gerstel, they just had earnings, and we're going to talk about that. Doron, thank you for joining us. I know it's later in the day for where you are, but we appreciate the time. Thanks
I'm calling from Tel Aviv.
So what time is it?
It is 5:30.
Oh, you're working late on a Friday. A Friday in Tel Aviv, you are working late. So I appreciate
working Friday and we're working Sunday and we're working around the clock. But I must say, according to the results that we just published on Tuesday,
right,
it's worth it, no doubt about it.
So for anyone who does not know what Perrion Network is, what do you do?
So first and foremost, Perrion is an advertising technology company. So it goes into the edtech space. Perrion has a unique position in edtech, which we are very much cover the main three pillars of digital advertising. social advertising, display advertising that can be in mobile, desktop, what have you, even CTV on any screen, and search advertising. So the idea is that Perrion is very much cover all channels that any chief digital officer in any given brand or campaign manager in any given ad agency is very much facing, and they are changing their preference on those channels. And Perrion is very much capitalized on any change that they're doing, if it's social to performance and vice versa. So this is what we're doing. Stool with very strong 3 legs.
So what we're talking about here really is the online advertising market, right? Companies,
Absolutely.
brands spending money to advertise, specifically to advertise on digital platforms. We're not talking about advertising in print. We're not talking about advertising on broadcast. We're talking about digital.
Only digital, which is the accumulate spend on digital. It's $500 billion a year. That's the total spend that brands are spending on digital advertising, and it's growing. I must say it's growing very much because consumers spend more time on screens. And if they spend more time on screens, why not use digital advertising to bring advertising to their screens? And the next big thing in this is an evolution into bring digital advertising to your TV. It's called connected TV, CTV, which open a huge opportunity for us because it's traditionally advertising which is not digital, and now it's moving into digitization, which gives a great opportunity for personalization for advertiser. And we need to bring this technology to them.
So for people who don't know, when it comes to the digital advertising space, there's Facebook and there's Google. They swallow most of the pie, right? I think it's like 80 to 90% of all the money that is spent on digital advertising is spent to advertise on Google and Facebook. How does Perrion fit within that framework?
So let me put it this way: there is, Google and Facebook is yes, it's true. It's 80% of the total, the total spend. But there is a lot of cooperation, with Google and with Facebook. And take one of the channel, which is display advertising. Display advertising is all the advertising that you basically can see in all kind of publisher, content publishers, and everything like that. There is huge amount of dollars that goes into it, which is not going into Google or to Facebook. So there is, based on what we can imagine, it's close to $100 billion a year, which is amount of dollars which is outside of Google and Facebook.
Okay. Why exactly? What drove the performance last quarter? Is this just a case of,
So it's not just the performance. So the performance is not just last quarter. I mean, we are very much what we are showing is a growth that we reported that started 2 years ago, and we are reporting a CAGR of 25% between 2020 to 2021 to even to 2022, because we provided guidance for 2022 as well. So all in all, this is definitely a great 2 years for us, where we are showing constant growth of our revenue, and at the same time, we're showing a very, very healthy margin.
Right, but I guess what I'm wondering is how much of that of this growth is driven just from the macro global advertising market?
No doubt, no doubt that this has to do very much with macro, because macro help digital advertising, and macro can very much put the hold on advertiser. So all in all, the economy is very healthy, and we definitely see the prosperity, and we definitely see how brands are investing more on digital asset, and we enjoy the macro. Within that, you need to differentiate yourself. Within that, you need to provide value. There is one and only one parameter which advertisers are following, which called ROAS. It's return on ad spend. And they're looking for those technology companies that able to show them a highest possible return on their ad spend. Keep in mind that what you can do in digital advertising, you cannot do in conventional advertising. You can measure it to a point which you can target, and that's why you definitely can measure and come to a very precise, not that sophisticated, but precise ROAS, which is the guideline and the Bible for any advertiser. So if you are, developing a technology that can provide this way higher performance that translated to higher return to ad spend, that's a loyal what we call retention revenue of our customer, and we enjoy those customers that doing and increase their spend with us as we go.
Where is the ad spend on Perrion now compared to where it was, say, February of last year, pre-COVID?
You talking about the revenues, or
or just total, ad spend on your
so
network?
we definitely showing the ad spend from a point, and let me just add. I'll try to share my screen if I can.
There's a little button on the bottom there, and you can share.
Yeah. So
again, we're on with Doron Gerstel, the CEO of Perrion Network, ticker PERI. Chart up on the screen.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Let me see again. Hold on for a second. Entire screen. Oh, okay. Now you probably will able to see it.
Just make sure you have the volume turned off on it and anything on this video if we're going to be sharing screen, so we don't get an echo. Okay, I do see a chart. All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, so in this chart, you're definitely able to see the trend of Perrion revenue in the last 3 years, 2019, 2020, 2021. As I mentioned, it shows a 25% CAGR from year over year. And we have a great visibility into 2022, where we put the guidance of $505 million.
Okay.
So this was not just last quarter. I can say that definitely the fact that COVID helped us, and COVID is because people are spending way more time on digital advertising. I can see that more dollars is going towards performance advertising, and that's definitely helped us as well. CTV is one of the main triggers. CTV and video is one of the main trigger behind the growth, and we can see significantly more dollars spent per campaign and increase the new clients. That's from the revenue standpoint.
Wait, so how is it like for all these businesses that benefited from the pandemic, from more people being locked at home, and they're all coming out and saying, look, there is no way that we can maintain the same growth as we did during the pandemic, right? It's just not possible. So what about you? What about you?
So about us, we definitely able to enjoy the fact, because it's all has to do. Advertising has to do with targeting and scale. Scale is the most critical thing, and when you have more people that you want to target, that they are very much accessible because they are watching more and they are being more frequent on those publishers that you are working with, then you can able to show way higher results to your advertisers.
What is the biggest differentiator between a company like yours and other ad networks out there like the Trade Desk, et cetera, et cetera?
Right. So Trade Desk is doing, and let me just show you, that's the diversification slide. Trade Desk is doing only display. They're not doing social advertising. They're not doing search advertising. By the way, below you're able to see the total dollar spent on each channel. So Perrion, and I put the quote here, Perrion risk is way lower than other open ad-driven competitors, including Trade Desk and other, because they are only here. And we are providing this because we are following very much the point of view, as I mentioned, of the chief digital officer for any brands who are shifting dollars between those pillars. and we don't want to be affected on it. So we are providing an holistic cross-channel solution that we want to capture audience and convince them no matter where they are, no matter where they are.
So I assume those numbers at the bottom, I assume that's the size of each market. But
yes,
you keep talking about CTV, connected TV. Is that of the three, of search and connected TV and social, is connected TV such as Roku, etc., is that the biggest growth area right now? I'm just trying to understand who's growing, which area is growing faster.
So advertising in general, video is growing, and videos on TV is growing the more because you're able to see it. They're able to see the chart. We have a very interesting angle in our CTV. We call it ICTV. I stand for interactive, and the whole idea that we are providing to the market in order to provide higher engagement to our brand from left to right. So this is traditional video ad units. I don't know if you're able to see my cursor. Do you?
Yep.
Okay. So from left to right, this is the regular ad unit that you basically see, a video that is running. After 2-3 seconds that the video is running, you are getting this little type of videos here that is calling for you to interact with those units. Now, if you click on the remote control, this video will start running, and you will very much get into this information. But what is this point? How much this point is worth for the advertiser? It's worth a lot because it shows that you, the viewer, engage with the advertising, with the advertiser, with the message. This lift in engagement is the holy grail, because if I'll take you to this video, who knows if you're engaged? Who knows if you're watching?
Sure.
But here and we are developing it even further more. We develop it what we call ICTV, the 2.0, which has a personalization into it. If it has to do with the background of the video, it has to do with the color of the car. All in all, to increase the conversion of those who are watching this, get these little boxes and will click. This is the time where advertisers is looking to pay more because they fully understand that the audience is engaged with their ad units.
So at the end of the day, your business is predicated on advertisers spending money to advertise. And there's two things, there's two really numbers there. There's total total ad spend, and there's dollars per spend, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now, you talked about in your earnings report how the dollars per spend, the size of the ad spends, were getting bigger overall. I'm just wondering, again, as we come out of this pandemic, I'm just wondering how all these brands are going, how their ad spends, not so much the dollar per spend, but how their total ad spends across the board are going to
affect.
Are going to change, if they're going to level off or what?
Right. So basically what we've seen, and we have a great quote here. We saw years worth of commerce growth in just a few months. And the question is, from a consumer standpoint, because this is really matter. Consumer that basically grow and now using more digital asset, if buying online or searching before they buy on all these kind of things, which they enjoy because it's way more personalized. They're able to shop in a much more, smart way. Are they going back into their old habits? And my assumption that they will definitely not. So the fact that commerce grew in few months, which usually what takes year, it's definitely here to stay in post-pandemic, and I wish this will come sooner than later. But we definitely believe that the growth trajectory of the digital advertising is just going to increase over time because of consumer behavior, because of the dominancy of the young generation, the time they spend on mobile. All these things is a huge opportunity in front of a company like us, which is a an advertising technology company.
All right, Doron Gerstel has been on. He's the CEO of Perrion Networks. Again, ticker PERI. Doron, I know it's late on a Friday in Israel, so I appreciate you taking time to come on with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
All right. All right, guys, we're always trying to bring you more executive interviews. If you have any companies you want to hear from, you can put them in chat. Although I might miss them. So what you're better off doing, frankly, is just emailing us. Just email shows. I'll put it up on the screen here. Where's my email? shows@benzinga.com. Okay. You want to hear from a certain company that you are long or short? Send them. Tell us. shows@benzinga.com. Tell us. We'll do our absolute very best to get them on the show. Thanks to Doron for coming on today. I know it is late, and it doesn't really matter what the business is, right? If it's technology, healthcare, whatever, we're game. I mean, we may not have on some like crazy microcap, or maybe we will. Hope you guys enjoy that. All right, it's 10:48. We got SPACs tax starting in 12 minutes. In the meantime, let's go back to the Pro, go back to the scanner, and just hang out. It's a summer Friday, right? We'll just hang. Is there a schedule of CEO interviews? You hadn't heard it? Oh, see, NCAL, that's really good feedback. We need to do a better job of alerting the public to interviews as they come. Thank you. Clearly, we didn't do a good job that time if you didn't know about it. So thanks for telling us. Feedback, shows@benzinga.com. The email is always working. Okay, what are we watching here? There's a little bit more red on the screen now than there was a few hours ago, right? Again, I've been watching tech. I mentioned tech was trying to go green for the day. This is the XLK. This is broad. You can look at the cues, though. It was trying for a brief moment. We just sold off here in the last few minutes. Healthcare is still your biggest laggard today. A lot of that is probably just Moderna, frankly. You have Moderna trading down. You have Novavax trading down, right? Novavax. Ugh. So, yeah. Healthcare is still your biggest loser. Biggest leader today on the upside is still your banks. XLF has not stopped. Looking at JP Morgan, looking at all these charts, they look identical. Citi, Bank America, JP Morgan still probably. Oh, look at that Bank America chart. Wow. All right. Are we coming into oh no, we are through that gap. Okay. Bank America looking juicy. Wells Fargo, we even asked about that one this morning. Oh, Wells. Huh. Look at this. From all the way back. We're almost there, Wells. We are almost back to pre-COVID, right? Actually, you kind of can say that we are, because this dip in January 2020 that wasn't COVID. I don't think. If it was early as hell. I think that was just other macro stuff. We are back to the site of the COVID drop off in Wells Fargo. Very interesting here. Can we hold? You want to see it hold. Close up here at 40 in the mid 48s. That would be great to see, right? This has been a dog. This has been the dog of the sector. How's Morgan Stanley doing? Oh man, Goldman Sachs have been ripping too. Triple top here. Triple top in Goldman Sachs. What's that all-time high? 393 and a quarter. And we're at 393 even right now. All right. Please AMD chart. BJ, why are you using a lot of leverage? Why are you using leverage? Come on. Okay, BJ. So what's your question? Oh, you've put 10K on shorting the stock? Man. Why are you shorting this? Why the stock has been on fire? Why do you have to be the hero is my question. So we had one down day. Is that enough to turn the trend? One down day? I don't know. I mean, why not wait for at least a period of sideways action, a few days maybe. Trying to be the hero and call bottoms or call tops, it can work. You can get lucky, but it just seems unnecessary to me. Yeah, I mean, look at what RR is saying in the chat. I mean, it's just, why do you got to come in here and go against the trend after one down day? Really? Or maybe you weren't. Maybe you're short from a couple days ago. All-time highs. Come on, there's been tons of research on this. Okay, all-time highs tend to cause more all-time highs, right? Stocks in uptrends, generally speaking, not always, obviously, but generally speaking, they stay in uptrends, right? I just trying to pick tops and pick bottoms. It's not repeatable. It's not a recipe for. It's not a thing you can do over and over again. You can do it once, right? Maybe twice, but you can't keep doing that. It's just not going to work for you in the long term. So I don't know what to say about this. I mean, I don't know where you're short from, okay? But if I was short this from, I don't know, yesterday or the day before, I would cover. I would cover when it got to like a new all-time high. So what's the all-time high? What is it? 122? That's all right. That's $8. That's a long ways away. I would cover from yesterday's high. What's yesterday's high? 117. That's a little bit more palatable. Or what's the close yesterday? 118. Cover from yesterday's close, maybe. Like, give yourself $4 of wiggle room, but you're playing with fire here. You're playing with fire. I just don't see the point. Thank you. I'll move on. Okay, that's enough of that. Going back to the movers, I know there was some more stocks that I wrote down that we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Carvana. We didn't talk about SoFi. Matt asked about SoFi like he does every day. Oh, Goodyear Tire. Did we talk about Goodyear? I may have missed that. We did. That was earnings. What were the numbers? I confess I didn't see the numbers. Inflation, right? 32 cents versus 14 cents. Sales of $4 billion versus $3.8 billion. This is just basic inflation play, right? Passing, supply chain costs, input costs down to the consumer. That would seem logical to me. We're all paying more for tires. Yeah, I'm not saying okay. You're talking about overextending stocks, AMD. Yes, you can do it. It's hard to short stocks at all-time highs. Okay. We got 10:55, 5 minutes left. We do have SPAX Attack coming up next. After SPAX Attack, we will have the Power Hour, as we are wanting to do. Car Parts will be on the show today. PRTS will be live on Power Hour. PRTS live on Power Hour in about an hour and a half, about 12:15 Eastern time today. That'll be followed by Get Technical with Neil Hamilton, Moon or Bust from 2 to 3. We're doing Zinger Stock Trivia, 3 to 3:30. The At the Close show with Joel and I at 3:30. Money Mitch at 4, and then Brad Weber. Oh no Brad Weber today. No Brad today. But we are doing a special themed edition today of trivia and of Money Mitch, because today is International Beer Day. So happy International Beer Day, everyone. There's Tap. There's Sam. There's Bud. Go beer stocks. Happy International Beer Day. How many likes are we at here? What is Hook? I don't know that one. I do not know this one. What is that? Is that data? I do not know Hook. Huh? Oh, it was, what day was that? Yeah, okay. So this was that. What was it? Phase 1 data? Guess it was pretty bad. Oh, this is from the ASCO conference. Okay, so they had phase 1 data for some kind of cancer treatment. Whatever. We don't need to look into it because the market has spoken, right? So the only thing with this, right, is you got to know when. Are they doing the phase 2 trial, and if so, when, right? The market has spoken in this. Nothing really to say about it. Does anyone know why MVST has been super viral the past couple of days? I've been seeing this stock a lot. Anyone have any insight for me about this? Like, what is it about this? I have no idea. What is so special about this one? Is it? I mean, we don't even have the flow data. Oh, this is great. Serious question, because I don't know. Why MVST? Was there a news event? I don't even know what this company does. Maybe I should look into that. Designs, develops lithium-ion battery solutions. Okay. We got a lot of. I probably should read these articles we have. What is it? Call buying? Heavily shorted by J.P. Morgan. Gave them okay. J.P. Morgan gave them a $6 price target. So everyone is just hates J.P. Morgan. Okay, hey, we all need a bad guy, right? Adam Jonas, man, he's a controversial figure for sure. Oh no, that's Morgan Stanley, right? Adam Jonas is a controversial. He always puts out these bull case, bear case, base case scenarios, right? Where he can never be wrong. He's right if it goes up. He's right if it goes down. He's right if it does nothing. He goes, guys, bull case, bear case, and his base case. He's never wrong. All right, so everyone just hates Adam Jonas. Is that what this is? Okay, and it's super interesting. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Okay, I didn't realize it was all just an Adam Jonas thing. Maybe I'll reach out. I should try to reach out to him, see if I can get him on the show. Man, the crowd is a fickle thing, isn't it? Oh man. Okay. Ooh, AMCX is moving. Haven't looked at that one for months. As I believe that Lionsgate is ripe for a takeover. I don't own the stock. I'm putting it off. But I've been looking at Lionsgate. You know, you saw Amazon go and buy MGM Studios. Lionsgate is a studio, right? Everyone's trying to buy up content. Content is king. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, private equity, frankly, all buying content. This is a movie studio. I don't own the stock, but I'm thinking about it. I think it could be a takeover candidate. Anyway, okay, it is 11 o'clock. Time for us to wrap here. Please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. How many likes do we have? Oh, get me to 4. Get me to 400, guys. Come on. We are right there. We are on the doorstep of 400 likes. We get to 400, I'll buy Lionsgate right now. How about that? Not a super widely traded stock. I don't really know the difference between the Class A and the Class B. I think they're the same thing. Yeah, same thing. I don't want to leave till we get to 4. Come on. We're right there, everyone. Let's go. Get me to 400. And then I'll leave. And then I'll leave you and let Chris and Mitch take it over with Spax Tech. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We did it. Huge win. Let's go. That was loud. I apologize. All right. Huge win. Everyone, I hope you had fun this morning. I had fun. Lost a little bit of money, but that's okay. It happens. Can't win them all. Spax Tech is going to be live right now. I'm going to end the stream. Good luck. Stay green. We'll see you later.